Go forward and try to deter this behavior, we're going to need your support now and in the future. So I want to let the President-elect know that it's okay to challenge the intel. You're absolutely right to want to do so. But what I don't want you to do is undermine those who are serving our nation in this arena until you're absolutely sure they need to be undermined. And I think they need to be uplifted, not undermined. North Korea. Let me give you an example of real-world stuff that he's going to have to deal with Trump. Do you believe that North Korea is trying to develop an ICBM to hit the United States, or that could be used to hit the United States?
That could be, yes.
Do you agree with that, Admiral Rogers?
Yes.
So when the North Korean leader says that they're close to getting ICBM, he's probably in the realm of truth?
He's certainly working aggressively to do that.
And if the President of the United States says it won't happen, he's going to have to come to y'all to figure out how far along they are, because you would be his source for how far along they are. Is that right?
I'd hope we'd be part
I'd
of that
hope we'd be the
process.
source.
Yeah, I hope he would talk to you too. And here's what I hope he realizes, that if he has to take action against North Korea, which he may have to do, I intend to support him. But he needs to explain to the American people why. And one of the explanations he'll give is based on what I was told by the people who are in the fight. And let me tell you this. You don't wear uniforms, but you're in the fight. And we're in a fight for our lives. I just got back from the Baltics, Ukraine, and Georgia. If you think it's bad here, you ought to go there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time now not to throw pebbles, but to throw rocks. I wish we were not here. If it were up to me, we'd all live in peace. But Putin's up to no good, and he better be stopped. And Mr. President-elect, when you listen to these people, you can be skeptical, but understand they're the best among us, and they're trying to protect us.
Well, there has been a lot of focus on the hacking. This was actually part of a multifaceted campaign that the Russians mounted. And of course, RT, which is heavily supported by, funded by the Russian government, was very, very active in promoting a particular point of view, disparaging our system, our alleged hypocrisy about human rights, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever crack they could, fissure they could find in our tapestry, if you will, they would exploit it. And so all of these other modes, whether it's RT, use of social media, fake news, they exercised all of those capabilities in addition to the hacking. And of course, I think the totality of that, I think, regardless of what the impact was, which we can't gauge, just the totality of that effort, not only as DNI, but as a citizen, I think is a grave concern.
Alarmed by Russia's attacks on our nation. There is no national security interest more vital to the United States of America than the ability to hold free and fair elections without foreign interference. That's why Congress must set partisanship aside, follow the facts, and work together to devise comprehensive solutions to deter, defend against, and when necessary, respond to foreign cyber attacks. As we do, we must recognize that the recent Russian attacks are one part of a much bigger cyber problem. Russian cyber attacks have targeted the White House, the Joint Staff, the State Department, our critical infrastructure. Chinese cyber attacks have reportedly targeted NSA, the Department of State and Commerce, congressional offices, military labs, the Naval War College, and U.S. businesses, including major defense contractors. Most recently, China compromised over 20 million background investigations at the Office of Personnel Management. Iran has used cyber tools in recent years to attack the U.S. Navy, U.S. partners in the Middle East, major financial institutions, and a dam just 25 miles north of New York City. And of course, North Korea was responsible for the massive cyber attack on Sony Pictures in 2014. What seems clear is that our adversaries have reached a common conclusion that the reward for attacking America in cyberspace outweighs the risk. For years, cyber attacks on our nation have been met with indecision and inaction. Our nation has no policy and thus no strategy for cyber deterrence. This appearance of weakness has been provocative to our adversaries who have attacked us again and again with growing severity. Unless we demonstrate that the costs of attacking the United States outweigh the perceived benefits, these cyber attacks will only grow.